again, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy, and I'm glad that you decided to join me for chapter 35, I believe? Nope, chapter 34 of the book that I wrote, Legends, Orbs of the Elements. As always, if you are interested in learning more about this story on where to purchase it, I will be telling you all that fun stuff after the video. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Tuesday. Is everybody coming down from their high of Cyber Monday? Oh my gosh, yesterday was quite a day. Not the best of days, I will admit. I was just really running around with the chicken with my head cut off, trying to do all, finishing up making packages to send out with labels and whatnot, and making a list of other stuff I needed to get done that day. And you know, it's Christmas time, so it's always busy, and making videos and all kinds of different stuff. So I was, if you will, late to the Cyber Monday fray, and I didn't feel like I wasn't in the mood, and I had something came up, and my computer was going slow, and I was just had a frustrating day. But all in all, it all worked out, and it's going to be a good Christmas regardless of, no matter what. Anyway, the deals I got. Anyway, you guys are not all here for that. And look, Pete's right there. He's sleeping in it's nap time. You guys are not here for that. You want to find out about Leon and Castilla, I bet. Well, let's just jump right back into this adventure, shall we? Chapter 34. As the two rode up, they could see that John was washing up, and looked up and saw riders and made his way towards them. The rain had lost steam and was just a drizzle. An uneasy feeling settled in Castilla's mind. Something was not right here. But what was it? She scoped the area, but nothing looked threatening or menacing. Leon dismounted his animal and hugged his father. "Leon, what are you doing here?" his father asked at last as he broke the hug. Leon looked at his father. "I just wanted to see you and Mother's faces again." Castilla nodded her respects to John and dismounted and followed silently behind the father and son inside the house. Something was still amiss, but Castilla couldn't put her finger on what it was. June was more than jubilant to see her son again. She kissed him several times on the cheeks and doted on him like he had come back from a long cross territory journey. "I thought I'd never see you again. Come, sit and rest." "You as well, Castilla," she said, while in a motherly fashion taking her son's arm and leading him to a chair in the living room. Castilla took a chair opposite her companion. Castilla smiled as she watched Leon's mother start to wash his face like he was a kid who just came in from playing outside. It was then that John entered from the kitchen carrying a tray that had a pitcher and 4 glasses on it. When he set them down, she noticed that there was something on John's shirt. She stretched her arms and used a voice of mild curiosity and asked, "What's that emblem?" John stopped pouring the lemon water and looked down at where Castilla was pointing with her first finger. "Oh, that. The prince gave this to me," John said, as if it wasn't a big deal. Instantly, Castilla jumped to her feet and stood protectively in front of Leon, who finally had enough of his mother's devotion. "Stay back! Don't come near Leon," she said in a stone-cold voice. Both parents looked at each other. John put down the pitcher before speaking in an almost defensive voice. "Don't fret. I would never hurt my son." Castilia didn't move a muscle. Instead, she crossed her arms and bluntly said, "Prove it. Take off your shirt and burn it. I bet the prince has been spying on you." John remained silent and shook his head. "Don't be ridiculous. It's just a shirt," he said at last. Castilia then sharply turned to face Leon. "Come, let's go. I made a mistake. We shouldn't have come." She headed for the door. Leon glanced at his parents. He was torn. He loved his parents, but he now also trusted Castilia. He stood where he was, but asked, "Why did the prince give you a new shirt anyway, father? I would suggest you burn the shirt." He began to get up and leave when his father held him back. Leon stared at his father for a few seconds. "Let her go, son." Leon's eyed the man bearing his way. He was on slight alert now. This didn't sound like his father at all. "What has happened? You seem to have a never-ending hatred for the prince, and now you appear to have a tolerance for him?" John sighed as if he carried a heavy burden. "I'd better explain a few things. First," outside, Castilia paced back and forth as she waited for Leon. Their animals were taking a rest and drinking from a bucket of water. Why did she tell him they could stop here? She shook her head. She knew why. Family. Just then, in her mind, it suddenly flashed. "Help!" It suddenly flashed in her mind. "Help us!" She knew the place where it was coming from. A commotion of noises interrupted her vision. She shook her head and ran up the stairs into the house. There, Castilia saw Leon with his sword drawn to his father. Castilia figured that perhaps Nero had put a spell over Leon's father. It looked like her suspicions were correct. Castilia came up behind Leon and said, "Come, leave him. He's not worth it," she said in a gentle, almost sisterly tone of voice. June was in a corner, weeping. There was a bruise forming on her cheek. Leon rushed out of the house before he did something he regretted. Now the legend turned her attention back to John. "We will meet soon, Prince Nero. I swear it." John smiled back and replied, "Yes, legend, we will meet, and I will look forward to killing you." Castilia slowly backed out of the house, never taking her eyes off John. Leon was already on his horse and was holding on the reins of her horse as well. There were tears in his eyes. He blurted out bitterly as tears rolled off his face slightly red and he blurted out bitterly as tears rolled off his slightly red cheeks. "I don't understand." Castilia mounted her horse. She stroked her horse's neck to give time to Leon to wipe his tears and to collect himself the best he could. "The prince has him under his control or a spell. If you want, I can get more into details of what I think is happening later. Follow me. We must hurry. I know where the spirit orb is." Leon knew the importance of this and snapped out of his stupor. "Lead, Castilia. Lead the way." Castilia nodded and rode off with Leon riding next to her. They just had to make it to the sanctuary. As they were a few miles away, Castilia turned to Leon and asked, "What did your father tell you?" Leon adjusted in his saddle, shifted the reins, and glanced at her briefly. The ride was, thus far, uneventful. The horse's hooves made a rhythmic sound of clip-clop, with an occasional neighing of one or both animals. He told me that he had some time with the prince, and the two of them worked out an agreement. What that agreement was, he wouldn't say. Then, when June tried to bring up another subject, he slapped her. My father, in all my life, has never raised a hand to her. The legend was thoughtful as she listened in silence. Leon blew out a loud breath and turned the conversation to a different topic. So, where are we going? Leon asked as he brushed some loose hair out of his face. Castilia stretched her neck from side to side. She opened her mouth to reply, but slowly halted her horse and turned her torso toward to look from where the way they had come. A lone rider was making good time in the same direction they were going. She encouraged her horse into a quick trot. Leon was beside her. The legend now looked at Leon. The sanctuary, and I hope we're not too late. So that is all the chapter for today. Thank you so much for listening. If you are interested in reading along with me with a copy of your own, you can, or along with me or on your own, you can find this book on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Apple iBooks, and lots of other places books are sold. I absolutely love that I am able to read this to you guys. It makes me so happy to this. It is such a joy to relive what I have created for you. And I am so happy that I am currently working on the sequel to this story. And I would just like to note that if you are interested in learning more about my writing process, how I crafted and created different aspects of my book, meaning how I created the names of Leon and Castilia, how I came up with their hair color, how the writing process, how I use a writing process, how I write, all those kind of things that go into making publishing a book, and a deeper dive into characters and plot line, not necessarily plot line, but aspects of the plot. You can check it out on my Facebook page called Legends, Orbs of the Elements. I try to write an article Monday through Friday about different, like I said, topics of it. I keep all the topics as spoiler-free as possible. So if you are just watching these videos to enjoy a story, but you want to maybe learn how I came up with Leon's hair color, or how I came up with the 4 territories, you guys will not be spoiled. I put a lot of heart and soul into my articles, and they are spoil-free. I do that so that way it's not ruining the story for you, or always leaving the reader wanting more. So if you are interested in finding out just more deeper dive into characters and setting, please go check out Legends Orbs of the Elements on my Facebook page. That would be really awesome to like it and follow it. If you all guys are also just interested in learning more about me, I do have a YouTube channel, which obviously this is, where I do Disney content, book content, life as a right hemiplegic videos, which is where I once a month talk about a subject and show you guys how I do a task with only using my left hand, which I always love doing too. So if you guys are interested, please go check out those channels. I also have a TikTok account, which is, again, Idaho Book Dragon or something along those lines. Sometimes I have a lot of platforms, so sometimes I forget. So yes, and I also have an Instagram account. There I just share more cool, fun pictures of just things that are going on in my life. So again, if you just want to find some cool pictures and stuff like that, definitely go check that out. Also, If you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I also have a giveaway going on. It's a December giveaway where I'm going to be giving away some really cool prizes. So if you are interested in that, please go watch that video. There I would tell you all the stuff you need to know to enter for a chance to win. It's a really fun video. Look at my curls. Wow, look at them. Woo! If you're wondering, you guys, this is my hair after I shower. This is what it naturally looks like. I tried a new shampoo with this oil. So I don't know if the oil is helping it to be extra curly or what, but holy moly. Now, when it's dried, my curls look nothing like this. They don't look that good. They're usually frizzy and whatever. But I'm totally getting off subject. I'm sorry. Oh, look, there's Pete. So, like I said, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a big like. And let me know down in the comments if you would burn the shirt if Prince Nero gave it to you, like Leon told John to do. Yeah. So that's all the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you like this video, please give it a big like, subscribe, share with friends and family. And as they say in my book, may the elements protect you. And I will see you guys tomorrow for a new chapter. Bye-bye for now, everybody.